Well, hello everyone. Welcome to week 4. We are almost at the halfway point in the quarter, and so far things are going great. You all did such a good job this past week. I enjoyed your discussion board posts, reading your reflections on the video that you watched. A lot of you are getting quite a bit out of Dr. Grace's work, and I understand that. He's just such a great professor. And I enjoy watching the videos, so I know that you do as well. We have just a couple more weeks with him, and then we have some other things to watch, and I know you're going to enjoy the whole experience. So I took a quick look at the research, your sources, and most of you did great, exactly what I was looking for. A couple of you are still struggling, and that's okay. My job is to give you feedback and to allow you to turn this assignment in as often as you need to in order to get the results that we're all looking for. So remember, scholarly journal articles are taken from somebody else's research. A few of you are using other people's dissertations or theses as a source, which is fine. Even better, and I'll allow that. But what you may find even more helpful is to look at the sources that they cite so that you may get some original information. But again, if you're using either one of those, it's fine. Just make sure you don't plagiarize, because I do use a plagiarism software and I run your work through that so we can tell. Some of you are including hyperlinks in the sources that you gave me, and you don't need to include those in a research paper. A few of you are still struggling with how to write something out, and I know that can be a challenge. So if you look at the examples that I provided, you can see how do you properly, on a reference page, write out a scholarly source. So make sure you do that. Remember, this is different than MLA, where you just cite it at the bottom of the page. We don't do that in APA formatting. Take a look at the link I provided under Al Purdue, and that will show you how to write an APA paper. Look at the example I provided, and I'm going to upload another paper probably next week for you to look at to see how the whole assignment should look when it's completed. This week, you're going to be designing your survey. So here's some things to pay attention to. Now, I recommend using SurveyMonkey because it's the easiest, but there are other online, and I recommend doing this online for a couple of reasons. One is it guarantees anonymity. People are allowed, you can once you create your survey, the SurveyMonkey will give you a link, and you can just copy that and paste it. A lot of students do it on their Instagram page or their Facebook page and invite as many people as can. What I like about SurveyMonkey is it also then tabulates your results for you. So it's pretty self-explanatory. There is a tutorial embedded in with SurveyMonkey to tell you how to score these things, but it's just the easiest one to do. The downside is if you want the free version, you only are allowed 10 questions, which is fine for me. The purpose of this assignment is for you to learn how to do it, not that you do it perfectly. Remember, this is your very first Introduction to Psychology course. You are not professional psychologists. You are not professional researchers, and I don't expect that. But what I want you to understand is, if I were to conduct a survey, what's important to know? And the first thing is demographics, to know the gender, the age, ethnicity, possibly socioeconomic status of the people that you're surveying, if that plays a part in what you're researching. So look at those. If for some reason your research involves someone's faith journey, then you might want to ask them. And what you're going to do is you're going to scale the questions. So I've included a link onto how to conduct a survey, and if you just read through that, it'll tell you how to ask questions. Sometimes you want to ask yes and no questions. Other times you might want people to choose from a drop down of answers. Sometimes you might want to have them answer on a scale of 1 to 10. But again, please review the source that I've uploaded, and that will give you a lot of help. As I said, using an online platform you can then just give people the link, and then they can do it. It can stay anonymous. You give them, you're going to want them to have this. You're going to want them to do this next week. So as you put together the survey, submit it to me as soon as you can. I recommend that you work on that pretty quickly. Send it to me sometime this week. I'll review it, and I'll give you feedback right away, so that if you need to tweak it, you can. But the goal is then for the following week for you to be able to conduct your survey. So I said, upload the link to whatever social media platform you want to use, or if you want to print it out and hand out copies to people, you can. You don't always get the best results with that, because people, they walk away, unless they're going to sit there and do it. If they sit there in front of you and answer the questions, then there's a little bit of bias in that, because you're watching them and they know that. And even though you say don't put your name on it, they know that they're doing that in front of you. So there's a little bit of a potential problem with that. I don't mind problems in research, and I don't mind if things are a little wonky. That's my term. As long as you acknowledge it. So as you write your paper, and I'll get into this, within the week after that, as you begin to write, you're going to conduct some things in your research that you would say, this wasn't good. This did not work out well. I shouldn't have asked these questions. You won't get marked down for that. I expect you to see what may have been done better. I expect you to see, I saw that I didn't give them enough time, or I saw that I only surveyed this one population. If I had asked the same questions of a different population, I may have gotten a different result. That's expected. I want you to see those things, and I want you to reflect on that. You'll get full credit for doing that. Where I will mark you down is if the survey, if your answers were not solid, and you pretended that they were, then I may question that. But again, I don't grade this real harshly. Hopefully you've seen by now I'm not a very hard grader, because I'm all about the learning. I don't want you to recite things back to me. I want you to tell me what you learned in this process. So that's what's important. Sorry about my voice. Just got back from church and we did a lot of stuff today. So anyway, that's it for me. Again, so far you guys are doing great. And I expect you to continue to do well. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me. Fastest way is through text, but tell me who you are first, because I don't have your names recorded in my phone. All right, you guys, have a good week, and I'll see you on the discussion board.